Hey guys, how you doing? It's Memorial Day weekend. Hope you guys had a great one. I know it's a month later. Watched the Indy 500. Not the outcome that I really wanted. I was really rooting for Kyle Larson. Anyway, some guy wants to buy the mower that I found on the street, which had nothing wrong with it. I listed it for $200, which is a lot, I know. But then he offered me $170. I said sure. So I'm meeting him at the church in 3 minutes. You guys remember it? These adventures are always fun. Yes, it is the MTD, which is a Yard Machines 139cc simple push mower with a high back rear wheels. This is my Troy-built bag that I found in my shed, and it does fit. It has that choke cable, and if you didn't pull that choke cable out, you couldn't start it. But then once you started it, pushed the choke cable in for full run, ran great. Didn't do anything to it other than put gas in it. Shined it up a little and put a bag on it. So let's see if we can basically sell this for $170, finding it off the street. Essentially getting $170, finding $170 off the street. So you guys saw, easy peasy, father with his 2 sons, needed a replacement mower, started right up, ran really good, didn't haggle with me because we agreed on $170. There you go. A week's time between picking it up off the street, shining it up, putting gas in it. There's nothing wrong with it. Started right up. Put a bag on it, listed it for $200, sold it for $170. Finding $170 on the street for doing essentially nothing. I love it. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers! Welcome to another episode. Beautiful day today here in Long Island, New York. Huntington to be exact. Want to give you an update on what's going on in my schedule. I've got this T1600 Craftsman made by MTD. It's a 46-inch deck. I got it for free. Free! It needs a new cylinder head, is what I think. Could be other damage in it, but we won't know unless we take the cylinder head off. That's one project later on, as soon as I get rid of my other outstanding tasks. That's a John Deere LT160. Got that for free. Came with a blown engine. I have a spare engine, same exact one. Kohler Command. That has bad compression. So I'm thinking about taking 2 bad engines, making one, putting it back on there, and there you go. But first, today's episode is gonna be this Murray that I got off the street the other day. There you go, just like I said. Murray, looks okay. Let's find out what's wrong with it. Check the oil, there's hardly any oil in it. There's a little bit of gas, at least I hope it's gas, maybe it's water. But when I pull it, the blade hits the bottom baffle. Bale handle cable feels good. Pulling it feels good, but listen. Wow. I had primed it prior to filming today, so it has a little bit of gas in the carburetor. As you see, a couple of pulls and it'll start, but that blade hits the baffle. Could it be that easy to fix this? Perfectly running mower, and all it was that the person was probably mowing his lawn, hit the curb, bent either the blade or the baffle. I think it's not the blade because I didn't feel much vibration associated with a bent blade. So it could be just a bent baffle. Let's put it on its side, the oil dipstick side, and then we'll see what's going on there. Got some cardboard here so I don't wreck my driveway. Not that it's not already wrecked, but you do what you can. As long as you don't turn the blades, rotating the piston back and forth, as long as you have it on the side of the dipstick, you won't leak out any oil. However, if you put it on the other side, the side of the carburetor, and you're rotating the thing, the piston's moving up and down, you're gonna get oil flooding your carburetor all over the place, which is not good because then you're gonna end up cleaning the carburetor again. On a hot day like today, you need energy and a cool, refreshing drink. My old sponsor, Liquid Ice Energy Drink, is back sponsoring this episode. Check it out. Liquid Ice Energy Drink. Filled with excellent ingredients. This is the new can, 16 ounce, active, sugar-free version. They sell it on Amazon and Walmart. I'll leave a link in the description. All right, here we go. This is the bottom of the mower. And let's check out the baffle. What do you guys see? You guys see anything unusual? It's so unusual to be loved by everyone. Ooh. There is evidence of some trauma. So, you know what? We're gonna just rotate it and see where it makes contact with something. All right, so we're gonna have to rotate the blade.
But Henry, you said don't do that.
Yes, but we have to find out what's wrong.
Then I have oil coming out.
Oh, shut up. All right, well, look. It's not hitting anything yet. Oh, I felt contact. Right here. Right there. Here. So this area here is pulled out and it's hitting this part right there. But yet this trauma is not. I'm gonna bend this back and bend that down, and then it won't make any contact. All right. I'm just gonna bend this to, not that it interferes with anything, but you wanna get it straight. You don't want this thing sticking out. Good. And then just pull this one back. Or like they say in Chicago, gotta pull this one back. Back. And no, I don't think it's like broken off of this part. It doesn't appear to have been welded. It's just supposed to sit there like that. This thing does move. All right, so now it doesn't make any contact with any baffles or any parts of the frame. So it should be aight. Blades are okay, not great. Now let me just sharpen this real quick. Got my hand grinder. Woo! Now, I'm not a big believer in the differences of how a dull blade compares to a sharp blade, okay? Yes, it's gonna cut better, right? The way you cut the grass, it depends on how healthy that grass continues to grow from the cut. But honestly, you sharpen blades to make it nice and sharp, right? I mean, you use it once or twice, it's dull again. All right, here we go. Don't want to suck this in. runs no problem now. The blade is not hitting the frame of the mower. You're not hitting that clanking noise anymore. So that's done. However, the engine kind of runs yucky. So I'm going to put some oil in there because it's like barely has any oil in it. And then we're going to have to take the carburetor off and check out the bowl and see what's inside, because it doesn't seem like the carburetor is very clean, which I'm not surprised. As you also saw, that this is the primer bulb version of the Briggs Quantum engine. Quantum engines are fantastic. I don't like the primer bulb kind. It's a miracle that the primer bulb actually works, apparently, because it started, no problem. And it actually has a speed throttle over here, which is kind of cool. When I first started it just now, you know, ran and stuff, albeit not so well, and the RPMs weren't very high. So you can actually pull this handle back towards the rabbit to make it run faster, you know what I mean? So it seems like it has a okay amount of gas, at least for testing. It could use some more. It looks like it's on the bottom, like 1/8 left. But we'll take off this cover and try to just take off the bowl, because I don't really want to mess with taking it off, because if you mess the gasket up, it no longer primes. That's the big deal about the way this is built for the primer bulb version. There's a channel where it isolates air from the primer bulb. If that gasket is not good, or it's kind of warped, it's going to leak air, and therefore your vacuum for pushing the primer pump is not going to prime anymore. That's been the big problem. The only thing good is that sometimes people try to use aftermarket gaskets. They double it up, put 2 of them in there, and that really doesn't work either. Only the original OEM gasket for this works, which I don't have. All right, so I'm just gonna remove that. Holy cow. Holy cow. Maybe it's this reason that it sucks. Have you ever seen anything like that? Well, you watch this channel, of course you've seen stuff like this. Happens all the time. But that's trash. Maybe this is the reason why it sucks. Runs bad. Let's put some oil in it and run it again, because it could just be the air cleaner. 10 ounces is what the capacity is. And this has almost none. Now it's got some oil in it. Let's blow downwards to get rid of this dust. Let's see if it runs better just without the clogged air filter, and it's not the carburetor. Damn, that's smooth, isn't it? Really good running engine. Saved us work from the carburetor because it's obviously clean. What was preventing it from running right was because it wasn't getting enough air-fuel mixture through the air cleaner being completely clogged from grass, clipping, dust residue, completely trashing that filter. Let's get a new filter. So we got a brand new filter here. Look at the difference. Leave it in the comments. Which one's the old one?
Oh my gosh!
I know, it's a trick question. I know it's tough, but I know you can do it. Leave it in the comments. So there ain't nothing wrong with it. Hello. Why does this not go in? What do you guys think the story is with this? Obviously, he's trying to hold this closed, right? So if we take this off, will it open on its own? And have to find out. So if you didn't have it tied up with a rope, the blade's breeze will push this slowly open because this obviously can't be tightened. Looks like it's not rusted, and it looks like you can tighten it. But the person that used this mower is such a weakling that you can't turn this wing nut tighter? Or did it not occur to the owner that tightening that makes this not open? I don't know. It could be a lot of things. But it doesn't look like it'll open now. Yeah, that's not gonna open. That's it. That was it. What an easy fix. So, perfect, right? Yeah, pretty much. Easy fix. Didn't have to clean the carburetor. It was the air filter being clogged the whole time. Runs really smooth. I mean, smoother than I can remember. Fixed this thing. Now this doesn't open. Got rid of that yucky, ugly stuff. But look, this front wheel is extremely wobbly. Almost like this nut is missing a washer, or it's not even on there. But over time, this plastic the hole gets widened bigger so that the stud that comes out has too much play. So usually you just have to change the wheel or add a washer. But this hole has just gotten big over the years. You don't want holes to get too big.
That's what she said.
So I thought about putting another washer in there, but I can't find one that perfectly matches the interior part of that'll fit over the stud's diameter and sit properly in between this diameter of the wheel. It has to be a special kind. Not to mention there is still a lot of play even if you had the washer there. So I think the only way that we can rectify this problem is to go find another wheel that has a smaller hole or that's newer so that it hasn't been stretched out. So I went to the backyard and I got one of these wheels. It's a set. They look closely to this. Same size, same width and everything. As a matter of fact, it looks like the same tread too. But these have the same problem as this. The hole is too big. So in it though, inside these covers was a washer that looked like it fit. For instance, I'll put this on just to show you. It goes on here, right? But if you tighten the bolt, this wheel won't even move because the depth of it, the spacing, is touching the wheel. So this is not the right wheel for it. So we'll put the original one back on again. And I'm going to put a washer here, which does fit in between. Ah, see? So the movement is much less. This was wobbly like crazy, but with the spacer and washer in there, it's much better. And now look, it doesn't wobble. Even if you go laterally, a little bit, but that's like normal play. This is much better than before. We'll just keep it like that. Just check the levels of the oil. Need a little bit more just to be on the line. Total of 10 ounces. That's more than enough. You know what? I'm going to wipe this down a little bit just to make it look nice so we can take pictures. What do you guys think? Murray push mower with a bagger, primer bulb, quantum engine, 6 horsepower. $150. 175. Take as low as 100. Yeah. Let's mow my lawn with it. I'm gonna put some gasage in here. Might as well use it. See how it cuts. Oh, son of a bitch. These Blitz cans, they really come out there unrestricted, which is what you like. Don't you guys love the easy fixes? While we did do several things to it, it was several small things, so it didn't take very long at all. Let's mow my lawn, the front lawn, with this. The height adjuster's correct. I like to do just the middle, exactly the middle. Of course, the true test is, after you wash it, did you get any water in the gas tank or the carburetor, and will it start again? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is what I was afraid of. Little bit of water getting in places you don't want it to get. Okay, sometimes a little water gets into the muffler area, whatever, or maybe a splash where the carburetor is, but a little bit of a prime, get it going, the motor spins really fast, blows whatever splashes of water is in the area, and it runs great. So as you saw, I sprayed it with some super clean and then simply just rinsed it off. Looks like $1,000,000. Well, at least 175 bucks. How's that? Put some washers in the front wheels so they don't wobble, and they didn't after mowing the lawn. Engine ran great during the entire mowing of my front yard, and no hesitation whatsoever, very smooth, didn't stall or anything. Sometimes you mow it for a little while and then the magneto gets hot or something like that. It means that your magneto or ignition coil is on its way out, but that would be the reason usually, that if it just stops, it wouldn't start again until you let it cool down for a bit. But everything seems great. We topped off the oil with some SAE 30 from Lucas Oil, added some gas in there, changed the air cleaner filter, which was completely clogged with grass and dirt and dust debris, and we mowed the lawn with it, bent the baffles back because they were simply just bent, touching the blade, sharpened the blades as well, and this thing mows like $1,000,000, like I said. At least 175's worth, or I'll take as low as 125. Remember, I found this off the street a few days ago, so it was free. Didn't put any money into it. Hopefully we'll get some cash out of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this short video. We'll see you guys all next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mower